Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the What the Fuck Is This podcast. I'm your host, Nate, as always. Okay, today we got my boy Brandon here with us.
What's up, guys?
And we are pretty fucking hungover to start this out.
It's gonna be
So I'm
time.
cracking a sparkling white peach ginger bubbly.
I just got a monster going. Something to wake up with.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be drinking on this one. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be drinking. Because of
not this early in the morning.
we got pretty derailed last night. So how you feeling?
Oh, never better. Fortunately, I don't really get hungover, but
Okay, I do.
Definitely feel it.
We started out last night. We got what did we start out with? We started out with what did you drink first?
We just had some wine at first, I think.
Yeah, we started with a glass of no, we started with the beer. We started with the homebrew.
Oh yeah, we started with the homebrew, had a glass of wine, switched to liquor for a while.
Yeah, so we started with the homebrew, then we had a glass of wine, and then we mixed limoncello, Sprite, and Tennessee honey whiskey. And let me tell you, this shit was pretty fucking good.
Really think I did. Everyone try it.
Well, we wanted to do Tennessee honey and lemonade, but we didn't have lemonade, so we were like, okay, what can we do? And he came up with the idea of using the limoncello, and I was like, I don't know about this, and he was like, I think we got something. And then we tried it, and it was fucking good, dude. This shit was fire.
Dude, I was happy with that. Didn't
Me
know
too.
how it was gonna turn out, but
We watched Sam Morril's special. We watched Shane Gillis. We ended up watching a little bit of Mark Norman. We almost did. We wanted to start playing Halo instead. And all three of us played Halo again. We got our asses waxed for like a solid 40 minutes.
dude,
while we continued to pound down some beers.
You were saying how good you are, yet you couldn't even carry my bitch ass at that
I
game.
tried so hard. Yo, I was like we played. There was one game of Team Slayer we played, bro, and I was like 19-7, and these motherfuckers were like 1-11. And Lydia's out here shooting me in the fucking back. Like, I got him. I'm like, what the hell?
To be fair, it is the first time I played Halo since middle.
And she took one hit and she was just off. She was off. She literally was like, I have to get off. I'm too high for this. She took one fucking hit. God damn it.
That was funny. Yeah, I never thought I'd see someone get high off of one hit.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at her, dude. She weighs like fucking 25 pounds. But yeah. And we also, when we were watching comedy specials, we were taking a drink for every time we laughed. So we spent probably like 60% of that each one just drinking over listening. And we went to bed. Woke up this morning, made some eggs.
Put some hot sauce on that bitch.
You had eggs and a bagel. I had eggs and an avocado. Dude, that's what I want to do. I want to sexually eat a fucking banana on the podcast. That's what I wanted to do. Big bananas?
I mean, not enough to fucking deep throw them on a podcast, but yeah.
Damn, okay. So we can deep throw this shit.
I still don't know how you just eat an avocado basically whole. Like,
Yeah.
you put the seasoning on it and just munched away at it.
The taste of avocados is such a light taste. Like, honestly, I get a little bit of a, literally it tastes like you're just eating. So I like the consistency, the texture of it when you chew it is actually super satisfying. You know, there's certain foods that you bite into that are just so satisfying.
Texture,
yeah, they're just so satisfying the way it makes your mouth chew it, like how much force it takes.
But avocado tastes like wet grass.
Yeah, I can see that description, but I don't necessarily think wet grass is bad. Then, you know, like to me, it's like a very bland, very very bland, just like cool texture in my mouth, but it's got a little bit of fattiness to it, and I'm okay with that. Especially when you put the seasoning on it, it makes it very savory.
I'm convinced no one actually likes avocados. Up on the band.
I definitely like them. I mean, like,
I don't think you can say anything to change my mind.
okay, I mean, listen, you can do what you want. I mean, I definitely buy them. I spend my money on them. You like pomegranates? You ever had pomegranates?
Oh yeah, I love pomegranates.
Oh, pomegranates are so good, dude. They squirt, dude.
Did you ever have pomegranate juice though? Like the pomegranate juice? I never liked it. I love pomegranates, but the juice always
Just
was
too bitter, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't. We use them. We do fruit smoothies like as like a meal replace, almost as a meal replacement, like 3 times a week. Usually it's after we get back from the gym. What we'll do is we'll pick 2 fruits. So I do right now. I'm doing cherries and bananas. It's my fruit. And then we put yogurt in, a full scoop of plant protein. I don't know why we use plant protein, but we had it, so now we.
Hey, it doesn't leave that nasty whey taste though.
Yeah, and then we do yogurt, and yeah, we blend that bitch up. We did it with pomegranates before. Dude, did my mic just literally not record any of that? That would be so ass if it didn't. Um, whatever. We're just gonna move on. I was talking about the fruit smoothies we make. I don't know if that came through or not. We're just gonna go with it. I put on the noise gate and this shit. We spent too much time on it, so I really don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, it's been like 30 minutes since you started working on it.
Yeah, it's been a fucking minute. Anyway, I was just saying I put cherries, bananas, yogurt, plant protein, in my smoothies, and we make them as meal replacement every night, basically. Lydia was doing peaches and cherries. I don't know if that's a great combo, but it tasted fine, honestly. So,
I always just go strawberry banana smoothie.
we did strawberries and bananas before.
Yeah.
We've done everything. We just mix it up every now and then. Like I usually like to stay with near the berries. Berries have all the antioxidants and stuff like that, and I'm not a big strawberry person though, but I like the blueberries, blackberries, all that shit. So
blueberries and blackberries. Banana's a berry.
What?
Yeah.
You're fucking with me.
No, look it up right now.
Wait, no, I'm not gonna look it up. I don't give a fuck. But you're telling a blueberry and a blackberry and a berry? What the fuck are they then? Is it fruit?
I forget exactly what they are, but no, they're not berries. They just have the name in it. It has to do with like where the seeds are placed in it or something. And
oh shit.
Yeah, bananas are berries. I think so are watermelon technically, but blueberries
big ass fucking berry.
Blueberries and strawberries, they aren't technically berries.
World changed for me today. Well, anyway, yeah. So did you know I got COVID again?
No, I didn't. You never said it.
So I got COVID again. It was right after our party, our New Year's Eve party. Yeah, we don't know where it came from. I got pretty sick. No one else got sick, but it was me. So some motherfucker gave it to me.
So you just have shitty luck.
Yeah, but that was my 3rd time getting COVID.
I think I had it twice. He tested positive for it once.
Yeah, so in early 2020, March of 2020, I used to commute up to Philly for school, and I got sick. This was before anything about COVID started getting talked about. I got sick, and it was the first time in my 4 years of college I ever missed class because I genuinely couldn't go. I every time I missed class, it was like a planned thing, like, oh, I have this to do, talk to my professor about it, and they didn't show up for reasons that I had like shit to do or something. And I felt too sick to drive. I literally felt like I couldn't drive, and I felt like I was like literally like just dying for a solid like full week. I didn't go to class. And my teacher, like I came back and I felt fine, and then 2 weeks later is when news about COVID started to go all over mainstream. You know, everyone knew about it. About like what this was. Everyone was sanitizing everything. Hand sanitizer was sold out. Toilet paper was sold out. You know, this was like right when shit hit. I got laid off from my job the next week after that. But 2 weeks later is when the whole outbreak, and they're like, "Oh, there's a ton of cases in the U.S. already." Like,
so you were basically patient zero.
Yeah, literally. And I went to the doctors because I was that sick. I do not go to the doctor. And I felt that sick. I went to the doctor. The doctor said they think it was influenza type B, I think, or maybe it was either type A or type B. I don't know. But they're like, but I didn't show up positive for strep throat. They tested me for everything else. Nothing showed up anything. They're like, we think it's this. We don't know. And that was the number one thing that they misdiagnosed COVID as before they knew it was COVID. So because it was before test, that was the number one thing they misdiagnosed was influenza, whatever type I fucking had. Lady told me, I don't remember. But at this point, it was literally 2 years ago. But then roll around to last year, the very beginning of the year, like sometime in January, Jory brings it home from work. He gets sick, but his test turned up negative. I am not sick whatsoever when I ran 7 miles. Felt perfectly fine. No symptoms whatsoever, nothing. But I was testing positive for it. So technically, I had it. I mean, I didn't get sick though. You know, that's time 2. That's the only time I have it. That's the one time I have it confirmed. And then recently, beginning of this year, got it again, and was confirmed again by the test. But I did get sick.
So you got
last year. I didn't get sick though.
You got it. Started COVID.
Yep, and
you
got
it
sick.
Start both New Year's since.
Yep.
So
One's sick, one not.
Whenever something new starts for you again, you're gonna get sick again.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you? What do you think about the shots, boosters, vaccines? You with the vaccines?
Mm-mm.
You're not with the vaccines either.
No.
What's your stance?
I'm a fan of natural immunity, right? Like, you get it, that's cool, whatever. You feel safe with it. I don't. I think that.
So you don't believe everyone should be forced to take the vaccine?
No, absolutely.
Okay, neither do I. I don't want to influence your stance by giving you my stance. I think it's fucking absolutely retarded and Down syndrome policy to try I listen. We don't give a fuck on this podcast, bro. Okay, literally, like, it just doesn't make sense to your fist stops when my face starts.
Like that's got to be illegal. I don't see how that's.
I mean,
allowed.
the U.S. Supreme Court did strike it down.
Yet companies can still terminate you if you don't.
Yeah, so private companies can make their decision. That's kind of where it stops. But OSHA cannot enforce it, and neither can the federal government enforce it. So that stopped a lot of workers, but a lot of companies are still standing on that policy, which is fucking stupid. But honestly, if my company wants to force me to do that, I won't work for that company anyway. So fuck themselves. My company, if they told me I couldn't carry on when I'm working, even though I'm not working a relatively dangerous job, I'm importing and delivering fine high-end wines. Like, sure, there's a chance someone might want to steal it, but just driving around in the places I drive around in these cities, if I fucking want to carry a gun, I can carry a fucking gun.
Absolutely.
Shall
not be infringed.
Yeah. So if my boss want to tell me no, I probably don't work for him anyway. So, I told my boss that I was like, look, I carry sometimes at work. I don't do it very often, but it's usually only on certain days when I go to certain places.
So you have your concealed?
Yeah, I've had my concealed for a while.
Nice.
I almost have to get a new one now
because it's
almost been 5 years. Yeah.
I'm trying to get mine soon.
Jory's dad, good person to talk to about it.
Yeah, but from what I heard in Delaware, you need to have 3, 4, 5 references. People that live in your state that are not family and that are concealed carry.
Are concealed carry?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. If you take, so Jory's dad teaches a concealed carry course, where basically you'll go through, they'll talk to you for an hour, and then you go do a live shooting test.
Yeah.
And basically you go on the range and practice a little bit, and then they give you a shooting exam. And basically you have to shoot. What you have to do isn't very hard. You have to put three in the chest, or center mass from 5 or 10 yards away or something like that. I forget what it is, but you do this, and they go and they fingerprint you, and then what you can do is then you submit your local concealed carry. Once you get your local, you can submit the others to we did PA, or what he called it, the Utah concealed carry course.
Yeah, that's 16 states included in it.
Yeah, so he did. So we got PA, Delaware, New Hampshire.
Delaware's not part of it.
Delaware not?
No.
Yeah, I think Delaware was the only one that wasn't.
Pretty much.
Delaware and New Jersey, because those are 2 local ones that we couldn't fucking get. All the bordering states to PA are the ones we didn't get besides Ohio, which sucks. Yeah, because we didn't do Jersey, Delaware, or New York. But I think it might be reciprocity through.
I think so.
I'm not positive, but he's a good person to talk to about getting concealed carry, because maybe he can figure out how to get one, make it easier for you to get one in in Delaware.
I mean, half of my family is cops, so I'm sure if I needed a hand with it,
Yeah,
someone's gonna help push the process
the
along.
references, they just call them. A lot of times they'll call them. I mean, some places don't even call. Some places don't even call. They should. And they call for character reference. They ask about things of your character, like what kind of person are you? You know, if a house is on fire and you hear a dog barking, what would you do? Kind of thing. And yeah, that's a bad example, but or they saw someone struggling across the street, if you'd help, kind of person. You know, like they're all questions of character to see. You know,
Guy is sociopath.
yeah,
Is
like
he
should
gonna
this guy
shoot
be
the
allowed
first
to own a
person?
gun?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know how it is in Delaware though, because I don't know.
You know, I'm a fan of the constitutional carry.
I'm
More
too.
and more
Like,
states are doing it. You can
Texas just passed it, yeah.
yeah. I mean, again, shall not be infringed. There's no that we can't carry.
Yeah. Well, in a lot of states, you're allowed to carry openly without a concealed carry.
Yeah.
I mean, it open, but to
Delaware,
conceal
PA.
it, you need to have the license.
Yeah, I can walk around with an AR on my back, no problem. But if I try to hide whatever,
Yeah.
firearm.
Yeah, I mean, that I do. I'm definitely with that. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't think I have a problem with reasonable laws behind requiring you to get a license to concealed carry.
Absolutely.
Like I think I'm okay with reasonable. Like Pennsylvania, it's very reasonable. You fill it out, they do a background check on you, just the same thing you do if you had a gun.
Yeah.
To buy a gun, they just run the background check and they ask you for 3 references that I think only 2 of them don't have to be families. But like they ask you for 3 references, and that's it. You fill them out, they call them, ask for correct, and then unless something pops up, then you just get it. And if you see my picture, dude, I look like a fucking serial killer in mine. I'm not even joking, dude. I will show you after. Look like a fucking serial killer. Because my hair, it was beginning of quarantine when I got it. My hair is like, and I have a fucking pedo stash growing out. I'm like, yeah, you're not allowed to smile in your
It's like
photo.
every picture I've ever taken.
You're not allowed to smile in it. But I just look like a straight shooter, dude. Like they just gave us a license to a straight shooter, bro.
Pretty fun.
Look like I graduated from fucking Columbine. Oh, dude. Anyway, you saw my PC. My PC is fucking geared to the T now, dude. It's the sexiest fucking piece of mechanism you're gonna see till the VR Chinese porn gets out. They get you the machines that you just fuck, you know? Have you seen those videos?
No.
Dude, there's one, it's like a dude, he's like on the floor, like, with this doll in front of him. He's just railing in the asshole. And he's got VR goggles on. He's just slapping the ass, just going at it, bro. In the middle of like a convention.
You know, I gotta say, I prefer a real woman, but
yeah, you prefer a little bit of real woman.
I mean, if you can't get any, whatever.
Some of these Asian motherfuckers, they got dicks so small. Maybe, I don't know. Like the roast, we're just like the roast different the ethnicities for absolutely no fucking reason.
I get canceled, bud.
Yeah, dude. Listen, racism 2022. It's where it's at. Oh, dude. What was Shane Gillis's bit last night? He said, "We're all racist. It's just."
He was like when you're hungry. He said, like,
yeah.
I might not be hungry now, but if someone cuts me off
on the highway.
Cheeseburger. I don't know.
That was a good one, bro. Yeah. That was a good one. That one had me rolling, bro. If someone cuts you off on the highway and all of a sudden you want a cheeseburger, it's just like, dude, come on, bro. Like, I feel like everyone knows, like, somebody or, like, their dad or, like, their grandfather or their great-grandfather at one point, they know, like, you know, he would have screamed, like, you fucking said it.
Every grandfather or grandmother, I'm sure they would have.
Dude, all our grandparents were racist as fuck. You think America is more or less racist than it was in any previous increment of time? 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years?
You know, I'm not saying that there's no racist people. I don't think America's racist. I mean, every color has people that are racist towards every other color.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I mean, But to blame a whole race for being racist, how's that
Is
any
idiotic.
different?
I agree. And people who think that America is racist, okay, and like saying that the saying America is racist, it depends how you want to define that, okay? Because if we're gonna get if someone wants to argue about this with either with anyone, you have to define your terms. So what are you considering a whole country to like what checkbox need to be hit for all of America to be for you to say America is racist? Does there have to be one racist there? Because if so, okay, everyone's gonna agree. There's one racist in America. The KKK literally has a website and they're in America. Okay, so no one's gonna argue that there's no racist because of course there are.
Yeah.
But you go to any other country, every person in every other country, like the general population is more racist in every other country for the large majority of countries, especially first world and super especially for third world countries. Um, the racism is blatant. It's not shamed. It's not frowned upon to be racist in other countries. Like anyone who's traveled to another country will tell you that without a blink of an eye that other countries are more racist than America.
Yeah.
In America, sometimes you will get picked for a job because of your a skin color that has been previously disenfranchised.
Yeah, to meet a quotient, basically.
Yeah, because of they need more of a rounded face of the company. They need to show that they hire more black people than other companies or something like that, or more of other minority groups. And you know what you do with your company is what you do. You know, if you have two people that meet the same thing, you're like, you know, we could use some Asian representation around here. It's your company. Do what you want. You know.
I think they just need to get rid of race on the questionnaires, like on the applications.
I think they should too.
Why does that matter? You don't need to know.
As one of the fucking greatest men who've ever walked this planet, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "We want to be judged by the character, by the
depth of our character, not the color of our skin."
Yeah, it's something like that, or by the something of our character. I don't know if it's depth of character, but he says.
I'm not sure, but it's along the.
I want to get this quote exactly right because of. I feel like it's a little important.
Yeah.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but of the content of their character. That's what it was. Okay, and I like there have not been words spoken that I feel so strongly in agreement of that it seems like the general population let's go like let's be spread like the general population because of a small portion of people they like to push these things like we need to hire this many Asian people so that way or else they're not going to have jobs and we need to be multifaceted we need to show that we have a lot of culture in our company.
But that's picking people based
that
on
is
race.
You are making decisions.
What you're complaining about.
Literally, if there's a decision being made on any level based on the fact that they are of a race or color, that's racism.
Yeah.
That is what racism is. And whether you're going to say that type of racism is good or bad, that's up for debate because some people think that you need without like because of some people, a lot of people, and I think it's older generations, not as much younger generations, that have preconceptions about especially within the cities, hiring people of certain like minorities because like if you're like an accounting company, I feel like some old big wig with his he's got a powder wig on, he's this old type of dude who's running a fucking accounting firm. He gets two people exactly the same in the inner city, two people exactly the same, one's white, one's black, trying to be one of his new like one of the new finance people at his accounting firm. They're gonna hire the white person because they got these weird subconscious shits because they're old and old white person who's just stuck in their fucking ways and doesn't realize that they went to the same fucking college and they graduated with the same fucking degree.
Yeah.
But because inner city and black people have bad rap in inner cities because of they do cause most of the crime in inner cities. They get a bad rap and people take that way too far and you can go past those markers by clearly seeing this guy's rap sheet and the characteristics of his character, like the content of his character. You can tell what kind of person he is, and that matters way more than where he's from, than the color of his skin, than the culture of his family, than the culture of his friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
they need to know. I mean, yeah, they need your address to know how close you are, but they shouldn't get that until after you apply, because where you are, they want to know your geographic location. They want
Yeah,
to say, "Hey, he's from this place," so they shouldn't be able to ask about your race on applications because it's going to affect the decision.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's going
I
to
don't.
be helpful in equaling out the race of the people in the company, but I
Yeah.
think
I
it's
mean,
the most fair for everyone.
yeah. The less profiling that they can do, the better. I think. And it comes down to every company what they're doing because I'm sure there's different companies that need to do. They need different information, but it's nowadays, dude. Like, I remember when I was in school and we watched it was the little like cartoon version of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Basically just teaching what he was preaching. Where it was a little black kid and a little white kid and they were neighbors and they played together basketball outside and stuff like that and they played games and the parents said you can't hang out with him, he's black, to the white kid, and they weren't able to hang out anymore. They had to hang. That I remember watching that little cartoon, learn about race, and that was the first time I realized that, like, because like my all of my best friends growing up as a little kid up to like third grade were all like strong minorities. Like
Yeah.
my one friend Anthony, he was a little black kid. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying little black kid, but I don't, honestly, I was thinking about my next friend. His name's Alabe. He was from Hungary, and he was a little fat kid. Okay, and he was, dude. There's
So
pictures of
fat
me and
kids are the
Alabe.
minority here.
What?
So fat kids are the minority.
No, not nowadays, dude. God damn. Please, if you are a fat motherfucker, okay, and I mean full offense when I say this, okay, if you are a fat motherfucker, do not feed your kids the same dog shit you are eating.
Yeah.
Do not feed your kid fucking right. And it doesn't take much to do it. You just cook regular meals. You don't even need to be health-oriented meals. Just cook real meals. Don't feed your kid fucking McDonald's every day because you're too lazy to get off your ass and cook.
I mean, look, if you live a healthy lifestyle, you eat right, you do all this, and you got a little punch, who cares? Now, if you sit on your ass all day and you use the Walmart scooters instead of walking because you don't feel
I'm
like it,
talking about my 600-pound life type people.
yeah,
And like even other people who are obese who are then like, you make your decisions with your life how the fuck you want. If you're okay with that, but if you want to, the second you start like complaining about being the way your body is and the way you feel about it, that's when I have a problem. Unless you have some kind of disease that's obstructing you, which very few diseases obstruct you and make you fat. That's the reality of
none
it.
do.
I mean, like some people can say like, oh, like they're in a wheelchair. Okay,
Yeah.
they exercise is a lot more restricted and it's harder for them, but it's still doable. Okay, but there are a certain amount of excuses that are acceptable, but there are a large majority of people that are obese do not have any excuses whatsoever, and it's just because they make bad, like, cut out soda. Literally, I will not, like, my buddy Austin, I want to have him up on the podcast tonight. He lives in North Carolina. He's a straight up homie. Dude, he has pictures posted from before and after he started worrying about his health. And dude, he lost 180 fucking pounds in less than a year. Like, dude, what? Like, what? That's more than 10 pounds a month.
Yeah.
That's fucking unheard of. Like,
And it's from something as simple as just cutting out soda, I'm sure. Or
no,
eating proper
he did a
meals.
lot of health changes, so he started worrying about food and everything like that. But he lost in the first month just cutting out soda. I mean, I can't quote the exact numbers, but it was from like 15 to 20 pounds just from cutting out soda. Like, how much sugar is in your soda you're drinking? How many calories? How much of this other shit that's just not good for you is in the soda you're drinking? Stop with the soda. Swap the water. You feel better. And even just like when you're just thinking about it, even if it's not actual real physical effect it's having on you, you feel better about yourself because you're like, I'm making a healthy choice and drinking water instead of soda. And then you start to actually see the impact when you see the weight come off, and you start to gravitate towards healthier choices, as well as control what's in your house.
Yeah.
Like you saw, we have tasty cakes up there. We rarely. That's the second time we've had them in this house since we've lived here.
But
We rarely ever have
while
them.
I'm drinking soda.
Dude, listen. You're nowhere close to the people we're talking about. Okay, and people hate on fat shaming, but my buddy, all my friends who have lost weight, who were once fat, they will all tell you fat shaming is the reason they did. And it's not delinquent fat shaming where you're just someone who's like really trying to hate on someone. It's when their friends fat shame them in a way that's somewhat respectful but somewhat not. Like when their friends are like, dude, like you should lose some weight, you should try to go on a diet. Like it's that kind of fat shaming. It's like You get it. You
And
get
it's
it.
out of
It's because
love.
you're
It's
friend. It's
for
out of
their
love.
health.
It is out of love. And to all the people that I'm talking about that are obese right now, it's out of my love for other people and like their health and like the future of the like our country. Like we have too many obese people. Over almost. I mean, Lily looked up the number. It's 51% of people in the United States are obese now. Fucking, that's ridiculous, dude. Like, all because of health choices. Like, dude, I'd honestly be down for just a ban of fast food in general. You know,
I can't.
it would fuck some jobs, but like,
no, because I need my Wawa.
I don't know if Wawa fits into the category I'm talking. But
like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, that sort of deal.
Ones that are super unhealthy, yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous how many fat people. And like, it makes me so upset when I see a fat mom and dad walking around, fat kid. It's like 12, and they probably weigh as much as me. Like, that's a problem. That's like you're pushing off your bad lifestyle choices to your kid who has really no decision making in this, and now they're gonna get to a weight where they're gonna have self confidence issues. They're gonna have health issues. Like, you're putting off all these like, and this kid has no choice over what's happening to them. No choice. And
you eat what's in front of you, like my parents always say.
Now they're gonna be like, I don't know how to live life properly because I was never taught how to eat healthy. I was never taught the fact that I should exercise or do anything. And when I see it with kids, that pisses me off beyond. Because like, if you're fat and you're like, I'm okay with that, like, and I don't give a fuck.
You live your life, it doesn't really.
I'm not gonna shame you either. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But if you're complaining that you can't afford your third knee surgery, or that you can't afford liposuction, or that you have self-confidence issues, or this, that, and the other, I'm not going to feel bad for you whatsoever, because if these are your doing. But that does not mean I will not help you. If one of my friends, who then makes a full runaround after complaining that they're fat over their own choices, makes a complete runaround, it's like, I want help changing. I will hit the gym with you. I will help you with your meal prepping and dieting. I will be that dude who helps you. I will be that friend who, the same friend who shit talks you, will help you make that fucking turnaround because of, I want to see you there. Like, it's out of love, like you're saying. Like, I don't know. I'm ready to move on. It just pisses me off beyond belief seeing fat kids, man. Because there shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
It's all about proper food, though. It all comes down
diet
to
is so much of a factor.
Like, I always ate a proper meal. We always had home cooked meals. We had like pizza once a week. Maybe we got McDonald's on a weekend or something.
Yeah.
But it was always meals.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I always say that's the most important thing.
Me and Lily have been doing Mediterranean. We're meal prepping and doing Mediterranean. She has Crohn's disease. So she there's a lot of foods that she's trying to follow a different diet now. Because she had a couple of flare-ups after last year or 2 years ago. It hit really bad, and she was in the hospital for like 5-6 days. Really severe health issues. Like she was close to kicking the bucket, honestly. Really? Like she was pale white. Like just she weighed literally like 30 or 40 pounds less than what she weighs right now. She's a fucking twig. It was like really bad. And it wasn't because of things that she was doing. It was just Crohn's was flaring up because of what she. So, we started eating healthy for a while. We were doing meal preps, packing our lunches and stuff like that. Money and portion control. And we started going to the gym, and then it died off during the winter a little bit. For like a month. Mid-November and December, we didn't. Pretty light, and we weren't meal prepping at all. But now we're meal prepping again. We're not meal prepping every day. But we are cooking like 2 big meals a week. We're making 4 meals out of it so that we can pack lunch the next day. So like 2 of our meals a week at lunch are portion controlled Mediterranean. But it's good. It's some weird shit that we eat, man. Weird shit.
I'm not big on meal prepping though, and for one reason. We get so sick of eating the same thing multiple days.
We don't do the same thing. No. No. So, like we did like, I don't even know what this shit was. It was like yesterday. Like yesterday, we ate toast with salmon on it, smoked salmon on top of it,
Okay.
and then she put onion on top of there, and cream cheese was on the toast too. So it's actually really good. Did that? She made something with those like tomatoes and chickpeas, balsamic, and it was like, baked in the oven.
That was good.
It was odd. I mean, it wasn't very filling. We've done some different like we went all on, but we definitely don't eat the same thing. We have not had the same meal twice yet. So yeah, I'm not with the eating the same thing all the time either. I could, but I don't really like it.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I definitely prefer not to. So that's what we're doing right now because we could meal prep every single day, but we would have to do exactly what you're saying. Like we'd have to eat the same days in a row at least. Um, so, but like right now we'll make like the chickpea dinner. It'll be like lunch the next day as well. So like, and I'm fine with that. Plus we're trying a lot of different shit. A lot of fresh fish and stuff. It's just so many veggies and fruits. It's expensive, but it's the price we pay for the diet we're going on. The reverse or Crohn's. I want to go on a carnivore diet though. We're seeing how this diet does with her first. Gets another flare up. I'm gonna try to talk her into doing the carnivore diet. It's the opposite of what a doctor recommended though. Doctor recommended staying away from red meats. Carnivore diet, you're gonna eat almost exclusively.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not too healthy though.
Carnivore diet has some good science behind it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Doesn't it raise cholesterol? Causes gout?
It depends what meats you're eating. So like you have to look into like the specifics of what it, but you mostly the idea behind it is you're only going to eat things that you're basically what humans evolved on. So you're going to eat a lot of red meat, a lot of meats in general, and fruits, and only fruits that are meant to be eaten.
So almost like a paleo diet.
Doesn't that include fish? This is no fish.
I don't know.
I
just always heard it as meat, fruit, veggies.
No veggies.
No veggies.
Nope. No veggies at all.
Huh.
Some people eat some veggies every now and then, because there are some that are okay to eat in the diet, but for the most part, a lot of the veggies that we do consume nowadays, and our bodies handle them fine, or somewhat fine, but they can build up over time because of these. They have micro reactions in them. Because a lot of these plants, like spinach, broccoli is a really good example. Broccoli was never meant to be eaten. Broccoli's defense mechanism, it has small things inside of it, but when the cells are broken, it's actually slightly toxic to it. So only once you chew it does it become toxic to you.
So like with peppers and the capsaicin evolved over time.
Yeah, they don't want to be eaten.
Yeah.
And I don't know if peppers and capsaicin is the same. If the defense mechanism was heat, or if that was actually used to give animals and people or whatever ate it diarrhea to poop out and fertilize the seeds faster.
I always heard
that's a possibility too.
I always heard it as capsaicin was made so that it wouldn't be eaten.
I mean, yeah. I mean that's. I mean, we're talking about theory here, so it's whatever you believe. But it can also. I mean, when you eat spice, I mean, think about it. You eat spiced peppers, you get diarrhea. It happens, and it can make you quickly fertilize seeds faster, so that your digestive tract doesn't damage the seeds. I mean, there's 101 theories on why everything evolved how it did, or just we didn't evolve and we were just placed here by aliens, you know. But I don't know if you believe that one. I don't.
Yeah, I believe it.
Maybe way back, but I definitely believe in the evolution that is theorized.
Me too. Do you believe in aliens?
I hope.
You know how vast the universe is.
That's a hard question.
There's not.
And I think that line of thought hurts me so bad to say because I want aliens to be real. I want us to just fucking live out the sci-fi where we have it run with aliens, and I don't give a fuck how that goes on, like how that interaction happens between us and aliens, whether it's violent, non-violent, confrontational, non-confrontational, or coexisting, or it expands our wealth of knowledge dramatically in a short period of time, or we evolve, or we start fucking them and have babies with them, or well, I don't care what goes on.
Well, we might be the most
I would rather
evolved.
this should be real than not.
What if we're the most evolved?
Yeah, I've thought about that too, and I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with any instance where aliens are real, even if they're worms.
And No, because then they're gonna be creeping in your brain. No,
Dude, imagine. Fuck. But
no bug aliens.
when it comes down to statistics, and I don't know if these statistics still stand true, but as far as I know, they still stand to be true, is because of the age of the universe, the likelihood that other life forms exist at the same time as us are minuscule to none. It is very more likely that they will exist after us or have already existed and went extinct before us. The chance of us existing at the same time, very low. And if they did, which is very well possible, if they did, then the chance of us even being able to find that information within the lifespan of the human race, very low. That changes dramatically the second we step foot off of Earth and civilize another planet, though. The second that happens, statistics dramatically, exponentially spike of us finding other life on another planet.
You think so?
Yes, because the age of the human race is able to double. Because of right now, the age of the human race is limited by planet age. So we cannot exist. Human race can only exist on Earth for a certain period. That time is going to come when Earth is no longer habitable. It gets blown up, it gets destroyed. A meteor hits it, and everything goes extinct. An ice age happens. Something happens. So life on Earth is limited, and for that reason, the calculations of us finding other alien life in terms of how long the human race lives is capped because of it's capped at the age of Earth.
Yeah.
Second, Elon Musk gets us on Mars and terraforms it, and we live on Mars, the game dramatically changes. Well, all the numbers are different.
You know, once Earth is
and
destroyed,
technically at that point, once someone's born on that planet, they're fucking aliens. They're fucking Martians.
Once Earth is destroyed, though, Mars is going with it. It's gonna be when the sun goes.
You think?
I think so.
I don't think.
I don't think the ice age is gonna be enough to kill us off. I don't think
so either. I think we'd come up with some crazy ass tech.
Yeah, we'd figure out a way to survive. But did you know that there's already another planet we can
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
I forget the scale, but I forget the name of the guy too, but he created the scale that determines how habitable a planet is, the prime conditions. Earth is like 0.829 on this scale, and this planet he found is 6. So we're not even the most human, not even the best planet for human life.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I never fact checked this stuff. I saw it in a meme.
Listen.
So you might want to.
No, we don't fact check
it yourself.
No, we talk shit. We don't fact check. All right. So, did you see Elon Musk recently? He put out a tweet and he talked about. I don't know what your opinion about him is. I think he's a fucking genius and a great guy. He's in it for the right reasons, whether people believe it or not. Anyway, put out a tweet recently and he said that the Earth can hold way more people than people are concerned about population and stuff like that. He said population is not a problem. We can fit way more people on this planet. The problem is population density. I think certain. Well, he didn't say the last part. That's me. But he said there's plenty of room for people.
You know, I already don't like people as is. I think we need to go down.
Get off my lawn. Boom.
You ever see Ready Player One movie?
No.
All right. Well, in the
so
movie,
many people talk about
like,
it, but I'm not for it.
So basically, it's these massive cities. Everyone has like little shoebox apartments stacked as high as they can without falling over. Basically, and just the density is unbelievable. I feel like we're gonna end up like that soon if we don't try to preserve the. I don't know.
Dude, it sounds, and listen, this is just me bullshitting off the top of my head, like an idea. It may be a dumbass idea, but I really think it'd be a game changer. If we capped population density, so that we just wouldn't let more people live in certain cities, like cap how many people can live in a certain like geographical area, so that you don't have ginormous mega cities. I mean, that's almost all of our problems that like specifically the left wing complains about and talks about, but more so everyone complains about is like your climate change, all like your pollution, the population, all these things. Almost all of these problems that they complain about in political shit comes from our big cities. Just stop fucking making big cities.
People like it though. I don't know.
I mean, you see where we live. Like, I literally purposely chose this place.
Yeah, middle of nowhere. This is perfect.
We're 10 minutes outside of a fucking a decent sized city for Philly, but we're far enough away you can't hear it, you can't see it, you can't smell it.
Yeah.
I mean, like cities should just be capped at certain. I get for business stuff like that. Like, it makes sense to have bigger cities, but like, the bigger city, the better for bigger business. But like, fuck off, man. Fuck off. It causes so many problems. Look at this shit. Is it worth it?
No.
Like, is it really worth it?
No.
I don't think it is. Let's stop making cities. Let's start making Let's start making the middle of nowhere a little bit more habitable. Add some more people.
Nah, they can stay in their cities. Leave me alone.
Just fucking nuke them all. That's what we'll do.
Don't have to worry about population anymore.
Exactly. Dude, imagine if this is where it gets fucking dark, but imagine we just nuked, like LA.
Alright, man, you're gonna put us on the fucking list saying shit like,
bro, listen. I'm not saying us. Like, just say the government nuked LA and New York City. Boom! Population just gone. How many people was that dead? How many people was that? That was like fucking 50 million?
I think so. I think it's lower than that, isn't it?
What's the population of fucking LA?
About that? I mean, like, China and India, they're the highest population.
Yeah, no, we blame the nuclear bombs on them. And then we just fucking nuke them. We just fucking drop the whole fucking globe, dude. Fucking nuke everybody.
You got enough nukes for it.
Population of...
Might be right. Okay. It just sounds like
as of 2019, it was 3.9 mil. Not even close. Okay, let's see New York.
I'm gonna guess around 5.
8.9. Okay, so we're looking at 11 million people. Alright? We just dropped 11 million people off the face of the earth.
And that barely makes a dent.
And then we blame it on another country. We blame it on fucking Germany and China.
So let's
look at
it this way, though. You just dropped 11 million people, right? That doesn't make a dent in the world's population.
But once you hit China, then you're hitting like 20 mil in one city, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's what, like
just glass the whole
billion
country,
people in China. Same with India, 1.2 billion.
Glass them all. That we go in there with like forks and knives and just fucking murder them. And little naked kids and like they fuck them up. It was one of the Crusades.
Who?
One of the Crusades, like like the Christian Crusades in the like 1800s, 1700s.
Absolutely.
No, those years are definitely not even close. Are
no,
they? But when were the Crusades? Fuck are they? Let's see. But in one of the Crusades, they sent naked kids in.
Yeah.
To kill them. Yeah. I don't think it worked.
Probably not. You either get these Templar Knights coming in with swords, or you get little kids with little kitchen knives.
1095 to 1291 were the Crusades. Wait.
We can still have crusades. All we need is permission from the Pope.
Okay, I'm seeing a couple different Okay.
I always heard it around 1300.
Yeah, it basically 1291. So yeah, but like that shit's wild, dude. I'm fascinated by learning about like the civilizations way back then, because that shit's like fucking crazy, dude. To think like, I honestly like. Almost rather be alive in that era,
Me too. I don't like this internet shit.
Like, the problems back then were just so much... I mean, I guess it's really subjective.
Yeah, but I'd rather hunt for my food than have to deal with paying taxes.
Yeah, but then you get the common cold and you die. Like, you die of common cold back then. Like, life is definitely better objectively looking at it now. But when you're talking about subjective, like, is it though? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it kind of depends on your preference. What your struggles are. I wouldn't mind if I was hunting my own food, if I had my own garden, little plot with a creek running through it for water. No, that's
if you had
right
if you had to live, okay, you had to live in a different era, okay? Either you could you choose anything but now, okay? You could either pick 50 years in the future, 50 years in the past, 500 years in the past, like back Crusades time.
Cowboy time.
Crusades? No.
I'd be
Crusades,
a fucking cowboy, my guy.
You'd be okay. So you'd go back to like early Western exploring,
absolutely,
like frontier, like the new frontier
a little bit
type
after
area?
frontier.
Okay.
But, like,
so you want to be like, you'd be after people already moved out west and were living out there,
like the
like Dust Bowl kind of.
Meet me at high noon type of deal.
No, so you okay? Dude, that'd be fucking badass though. Like for like you could legit rob banks.
Right?
You could like legit rob a bank back then and get away with it.
For a while. Bonnie and Clyde did alright until they caught.
I mean, they're later. They're later, aren't they? Bonnie and Clyde, they're later.
Yeah,
than that.
they're 1900s, early 1900s.
I have no idea.
Yeah, because it's around when the Tommy gun was around, because that's the gun that killed him, I think.
That would be more like 1940, right?
Yeah.
1930s? No, because yeah, 1930s, because World War II is when they had it. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. I never knew my history,
dude. Like, would you rather, if you had to live either Crusades time or 100 years in the future, which one would you rather choose?
Crusades.
I think so too.
Dude, honestly, do you know how sick the fucking Templar Knight's armor is?
But how sick was it in reality? You know. You know, like one of these dudes were wearing rags, bro, with shit painted on them. Ah, fucker! I gotta turn off the heater real quick. You tell them about your life.
Okay, I'm a person. I like food. My favorite food's pizza. Yeah, that's good. Also like seafood. This is weird. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but
I forgot to turn that shit off.
Construction. Yeah.
Yeah. So that when it fucking.
Don't blame me again. That was weird.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, dude. I think history is something cool. Do you ever watch Ancient Aliens?
I know I've seen a few episodes, but
dude, so what do you believe about the fucking theories about like fucking like aliens and the temples and shit like that, and aliens like visiting our past civilizations? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's possible aliens have come here before, but I mean, alright, so my favorite talk about it was like, they were saying how the pyramids, it was all divisible by pi, basically. Everyone was going, oh yeah, maybe aliens did this, they did this, blah, blah, blah. And then one guy just came on and said, maybe they just used a wheel for their count.
Yeah, I don't think what's it fucking what's the name of the number? What's the name's number? It's the most aesthetic shape in the world. The numbers can be based on that. It's I don't think of it. No, you can find that from this, but it's a shape. It looks like a seashell almost. It's
Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, the Fibonacci sequence. I can't, man. I can't. Anyway, but yeah, like that. All like these are. I am totally confused on what to think about all of it, because on one side, aliens is a way easier explanation, but at the same time, like to think that people back then were stupid, I think is absurdly ignorant to who we are now. Like people 100 years from now, we're like, they were stupid. Like think that, but we weren't. Like with what the information they had back then, They knew pi. They knew these mathematical things. They made actual calculations. They calculated distances to other planets with less data than we have now on roughly very accurate numbers. Like,
you're only as smart as the materials you have.
Exactly.
You gotta be smarter than what you're working with.
To think that there was no possible way, and it had to be aliens who helped build the pyramid, I think is stupid to say.
Yeah.
I think that and like you have all these different theories on how they would have transported these like humongous super tons, but to think that like they couldn't have done it,
well, I mean,
I think is stupid because of people were smart with the information they had. They were fucking geniuses back then. They got us to here, you know. Like,
there's this guy who literally moved his house with like a few cinder blocks and leverage from a tree that he cut down, right? So basically, he just used the tree as leverage, pried it up, put the brick under, kept moving it like that, inch by inch. It took him like a week to move his house. But, I mean, as long as you have the mechanical advantage.
Yeah, and well, that they were talking about how they would tie the cinder block tons maybe to like use them in time onto the rafts that would float them down river sequences.
They would have a river down, and then they would make levees and such to get them to where they needed to be, and then they would just push these big bricks along through the water.
And the people, I don't have a problem with people saying like this may have been aliens used to make a star sequence or to make some kind of like roadmap for the sky. I'm not opposed to that. That idea sounds very possible to me.
Yeah.
But those same people, when they turn and say it's not possible, they couldn't have done that. I disagree. I think they definitely could have.
I think there's definitely a chance that aliens have visited Earth, but I think we're saying, yeah, aliens did this, alien did this, and
you want to go see the pyramids together?
Huh?
You want to go visit the pyramids?
I like all the videos of the people climbing them.
I want to go. You want to go to the pyramids? Let's go to the pyramids, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's go right now.
Right now?
Yeah, let's go book a plane ticket. Yeah, we can book a fucking.
If you buy my plane ticket, I'm down to go.
Let's go skydiving onto it. We get fucking shot of the air, just fucking drops it.
Not a war crime shooting someone parachuting out of the air?
What?
That's a war crime.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it is. I think you might be right.
Yeah, because you're considered unarmed if you're parachuting down, so it might just be for planes. I don't know.
But you're definitely not allowed to do it above that area.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that would be.
Try it and find out.
Yeah. So when by the way, I don't know if you guys are retarded or not, but if you are, and you haven't figured out that you should not take anything that we say in this entire podcast with any grain of seriousness, this is your warning to know that we're talking out of our assholes, okay? So if you take anything serious, I feel sorry for you. Don't take it serious. We're just fucking around. This is for our entertainment, not yours, okay?
How's your bubbly there?
Pretty good. These things are okay.
Do you like seltzer water?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm always thirstier after I drink.
I would prefer regular water, but sometimes I need a little bit of flavor. That, and it's also, our Brita runs out pretty quick. We should have gotten like the fucking way bigger Brita, but the Brita runs out so quick. In the morning when I'm leaving for work, if we all need to fill our water bottles for work, it's way quicker to actually just grab one of these.
Yeah.
And that's actually the main reason why I buy them. But I really like the Pierre ones. Green bottle. Sparkling water.
Oh, yeah, Perrier.
Perrier. Yeah, I was fucking lost on the name. I don't know. I just started buying them. I really like those ones.
Yeah, I can't get into them.
Sparkling. I like the sparkling natural water, so it has a little bit of it.
Like even the hard seltzers.
Dude, have you seen me chug them in 3 minutes? 3 White Claws in 3 minutes? Have you seen me do that?
No, go grab some.
No, I will not do that right now. Holy shit. Dude, the night that me and Lydia met, I had her do pour them in my mouth. 3 White Claws in 3 minutes. Then at Jory's last year at one of our parties that we did, I did it in 1 minute and 24 seconds. 3 White Claws.
Nice.
On video in 1 minute and 24 seconds. The amount of burpage.
Oh, I'm sure.
Was fucking I thought my organs were coming out of my throat. That wild.
Yeah, I always burp a lot after I chug.
When you and Heather come back up?
Whenever she's
I was gonna
down.
fucking invite you guys last weekend, but so we went to a I don't know if you saw any Snapchat. We went to a cabin up in.
No, I don't go on stuff.
Well, we went up. We rented the cabin up in the middle of the woods. One of Lydia's work friends was like, "Oh, let's go rent a cabin," like because they want to hang out because she was leaving, left her company. She worked. They want to hang out, so like, let's rent a cabin. Let's do it like next weekend. It's like a Wednesday. So she's like, not this week, but the next weekend. Okay, I'll book it. Whatever with that. They send me the money. I booked the Airbnb, and they bail last minute. So I'm out like $300 from their share paying me, Lydia, Jory, Gabby, and it was gonna be them, Lydia's work friends. They bailed, so I needed to find a replacement for them. So Jory reached out, and I was gonna reach out to you and Heather and ask you guys if you wanted to come. Um, and I was about to reach out to everyone, but Jory had reached out, and the first person I reached out to actually came. So first couple that he reached out to, so we had like a little couple. It was a lot of snow.
Yeah.
It was negative. It was negative like 5 or 6 degrees, but it was a negative like 15 or 17. I think it was negative 17-degree wind chill. So when you and it was PA, we at the PA Grand Canyon, right near Cherry Springs. Okay. So we cut to a telescope. Look at the street. It's fucking amazing view, dude. Amazing view. There's like no light pollution out there. And then went hiking. It was fucking freezing, dude. Like when you were because we went hiking in the PA Grand Canyon, so the winds in the canyon are insane.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So like literally, me holding my camera out, my fingers were like felt like they were getting frostbite. Like I to the point where like I could barely move them, kind of thing. Like they're stinging because they're so cold, and that stinging goes away. Just holding my camera, uncontrollable shivering. But then the second you go back into the trees, away from the edge of the canyon,
well, like 10 degrees warmer.
Like there's no wind, so it's like, oh, this is bearable. I can heat back up a little bit, and we keep hiking. And we hiked for about an hour and a half. Um, it was fun. Yeah, it was a really good weekend. But I was gonna invite you and Heather, but hopefully you guys go up. We'll hang out or another party or something.
Definitely.
Here's our favorite couple. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah, you and Heather.
Fuck all you watching this. Just remember that.
Yeah, you're our favorite couple. Yeah, me and Larry, you're our favorite even more than George.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm weird as fuck.
Well, listen, Heather's hard to beat. She is like the sweetest person on earth.
Right?
She's the sweetest person on earth. Sure. And you're, I mean, like, I don't know if you, sure, you may be weird, but like, you're not, there's nothing to not like. Not unlikable, you know? It's like Brandon, you know?
Yeah.
He's coming with the high class energy.
You know?
He's coming with the high class, unique energy. Together, you guys are just like a perfect combo.
Thank you.
I'm with it.
Thank you, bud.
Am I invited to the wedding or what?
Absolutely. You're always invited.
How many years have you guys been together? 3?
Just over 2.
Just over 2?
Started dating, what was it, October? Yeah. August 14th, October 20th.
Of 2019?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, you guys met just before
COVID.
I met Lydia.
Yeah?
Yeah. Crazy. I remember when you met her.
Really?
I didn't. When did I meet her first? It was shortly after you guys met.
So maybe I met one of Matt's parties. Can't remember if you were there when I brought her. Been to 2 of Matt's parties.
Yeah, I met her at one of Matt's parties. Breakfast after. I remember breakfast after. Remember we went to Denny's, I think.
Denny's or something.
Lucky's. Yep, it was Lucky's. Yeah, that's where we went. Yeah, that was the first time I met her.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember because it was like friend's new girlfriend. Okay. I just remember like meeting. I was like,
oh yeah, because you brought Lydia along too.
What?
You brought Lydia along.
No, I didn't. I didn't bring Lydia. I was.
Pretty sure you did.
I wasn't with Lydia.
You were with some girl.
Yeah, probably.
No, it definitely was Lydia. Because that was the first time I met Lydia too.
Was that? I didn't meet Lydia till New Year's.
Then it must have been a New Year's.
It must have been the party. Oh, that no, we're talking about the St. Patty's Day party. That was the St. Patty's Day party, yeah, where you met Lydia at breakfast. I definitely had met Heather once before that. I don't remember where. Yeah, that breakfast was St. Patty's Day.
Okay.
Lydia was there for that. So you guys been dating for years before you two. Everything perfect.
Well, gotta move in 1st.
Mhm.
See what that's like. Kind of a.
Okay. Say you move in within the next year. Is that reasonable?
I am the most just go with the flow person. It's kind of like I'll know it when I know it.
Okay.
Plans. It's I'll know it when I know it.
Oh, that might be a little bit closer. Yeah, no, because I was kind of the same way. But then like after my other relationship, I always made a joke about 7 years. Now I kind of feel serious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you gotta know because of around 2.5 years to 3 years, honeymoon phase inevitably falls away, and that's not a bad thing. Um, but it is a change. Both you have to. It will cause both parties to go through different types of evaluations of the relationship and make sure to still fit in. Because the honeymoon phase can mask some things that don't work. And you might not think are a big deal, but then turn out to be a big deal. I think that like for me, I would never get married unless personally. But
I don't
whether
know
I have
how,
to wait 7, I don't know because I don't know what it's like once you get past 4.
I don't know how these people get married after like a year together.
Yeah, because I'm like, I've seen literally like them turn their head and the other face come out after a year. Like I've seen that firsthand.
Yeah, like you don't know that person yet. You really don't. You might think you do. You don't know them as well.
And also, like you act different around different people, and that's not to say that makes you two-faced, but that makes you fake, or that makes you like you're acting or something like that. Because like I act different with you than I do with Lydia, and it's not me putting on a show
or acting.
Nicer to me. Yeah, I'm gayer. But it's not like you're acting. It's just like your personality, like you mix your personality different with different people, and that's just because of it's I don't know the way you I don't know why that is, like why you interact, like why you're.
I feel like it has to do with their personality. They kind of draw out
100%. Like I'm like with certain people, like Peyton. You met Peyton, right? He was at the last party.
I'm not good with names.
He's a bigger black guy. Bigger.
I think so. Bigger black guy.
He's bigger than me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
he drives a little Prius. A little pussy ass Prius.
No, I can't remember if I've met him or not.
Huh. Well, like when I'm around him, it's like there's not a single thing that is serious, except for when we get into politics, which me and him argue about politics so fucking often. I think he's actually mad at me right now. I don't know. When me and him argue, we usually know that like even no matter what we say to each other in that argument, and how mad we get at each other, and how loud we yell at each other, that it doesn't fucking matter. Like,
because he's
still we don't give a fuck. But I think that we sent a couple messages back and forth after an argument, and I think that because it was out of like a tone, it was in text, that he maybe he mad at me now because I had said to him, he came in, we're playing Tarkov, all the boys, and we're having fun, and he comes in, he loves to talk about politics and finance every day. Every time he brings up a Discord, he's talking about either someone's finances, asking questions about someone's finances, asking about our investments, then dives into our investments and wants to really break them down, or he's asking about our politics and he wants to get the dirty details of everything. And we're sitting here trying to play Tarkov, and this was just a night when I was tired as fuck, man. It comes in, first about inflation and shit like that, and I'm like, Peyton, shut the fuck up. We don't want to talk about it. Like, let us game. And then he starts getting an argument with me about inflation, and I'm like, and he starts, I don't know. He's like, the inflation rate is just playing catch up. It's not a big deal. It's nothing wrong. And I'm like, I disagree. I don't think gas should ever cost $4 a gallon. And we shouldn't really have these periods of recessions. And you should try to avoid them. And he's like, yeah, this is just normal. I'm like, okay, well, it shouldn't be normal. That kind of thing. And then somehow we get arguing about inflation, stuff like that. And he's like, this isn't high inflation. What do you think the regular inflation rate is? This, that, and the other. And basically somebody comes down to the point where I'm like, okay, what was inflation in 2008, 2012? What were those years like? Because that was a recession when Obama was in office. That you can argue was or wasn't caused by him. That's a whole other debate, and I don't really care to have that argument either. But I'm just like, what was the inflation rate? And he says, that inflation rate was caused by this, that. I'm like, I'm not asking you what it was caused by. I don't give a fuck what it was caused by.
Is that
and,
it's there.
And he said, the prices rose because of this. I'm like, that is inflation by definition. Okay? And I'm asking you, stop redirecting. Like, if you argued, you made your point, and then now you're letting me talk. And I'm asking you a question to help prove my point. Because I actually don't know the inflation rate of 2008, 2011. I don't know any of those individual years. Or that 4-year time period, I don't know. I'm asking you legitimately, what was it? Because I can tell you, my estimate would be pretty fucking high because of, I know what the prices were for a fucking loaf of bread, for a gallon of milk, or for a loaf of bread. Okay? I know what it was.
I just remember gas being like $4.30.
Milk was like $5 for a gallon of fucking milk, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I just know the prices were high. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, and he's like, no, that was, and he's just sending me like excerpts from like articles, and I'm like, Peyton, I'm not asking you what caused prices to go up. The point is, the prices going up is inflation, okay? Because it wasn't just some prices; it was all the prices went up, okay? And if you look it up, I looked it up afterward in an argument. I was correct. The inflation rate was almost 7%, or 6.5%, or 5.5%. I don't know, 5.8%.
Same as it is now. 7%.
Yeah, it's very high again. Similar to the 2008 recession, which is what I was comparing it to.
Compared to normal, what is it, 2% a year?
2.5, yeah. 2 to 2.5 in the last 100 years. But the point is, no matter what time frame you say, last 20 years, last 50 years, last 100 years, that inflation rate number changes dramatically. So then you can make it whatever number you want if you define it as whatever time period you want. You know, like, you can make it a number, just change the amount of years it is.
Yeah.
Make it, if you want it to be high, make it a short amount of years. You want it to be low, make it a bigger amount of years, you know? And it's just like, I don't know. But my point was, it's just like, he didn't answer the question whatsoever. He dove around the question and said, this is why the price went up. I'm like, I'm not even arguing. We can argue that after. I just want to establish my point and my premise before we move on to the next part of the argument. And he refused to answer. I'm like, just shut the fuck up. And then Jory got pissed off. We were all in the middle of a Tarkov raid. Jory kicked both of us out of Discord. I come back and we just drop all of it and we start playing. But I sent a message after. I was like, dude, when you join at night, can we just have fun and game? I was like, nobody wants to talk about politics and finances every night. But every night you talk about this, and nobody wants to talk about it. He's like, they're big boys, they can speak up if they don't want to talk about it. And I was like, they did, Peyton. You just didn't notice. And Jory confirmed, and he still will confirm, and at any time, when Peyton joined, he said, oh God, not this again. Can we not talk about finance tonight? The first thing he said when he joined Discord. So it was established, two of us established, we did not want to talk about politics or finances. We wanted to play games and have fun and disconnect after work. That's what we get on to play.
Right.
We established that.
Well,
so it sounded that message.
He wasn't mad at you before. He is now after listening to this podcast.
Well, no, dude, me and Peyton are chill. Like, we've been friends for so long. It's like, we're fine moving past anything. But, like, that was what I had sent him in a message. And I think he took it as me, like maybe still screaming him, like, in the tone of the argument that we were in. But I was just, like saying, like, legitimately, like, when you join Discord, just please don't bring up politics or shit like that. Like, it's fine, like, every now and then. But, like if something happens or something like that, we want to talk about it. But it's just so annoying. Like, sometimes we just want to disconnect and game. And if it starts an argument between us, can we just drop it, you know?
Yeah.
And forget about it and just let us game and enjoy it? Because, like, we all work, and then we want to come and disconnect and just have fun.
Absolutely.
And that's the point of us joining Discord. It's what all of us are here for. And just because of, like, one of our friends, there were 4 of us in Discord, and 3 of us said we didn't want to fucking talk about it. But because of the one guy didn't say it, you're gonna keep talking about it because he doesn't want to offend you and be mean. He's a very nice guy. Did you meet Claire? He was at the New Year's party, but
dude, I never know.
Yeah.
I'll know him if I see their face, but when I hear the name,
he's a super nice guy. He's not gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to talk about this. Like, he's very non-confrontational, I think, in that aspect. So, like, he's not gonna say it. And if we already said it, I think he all of us assume that it's pretty clear no one wants to fucking talk about it. Like, none of us hop in here and ask about each other's finances. You're the one who does it.
Yeah.
So, for that reason, that's fine to talk about every now and then. Like, me and Peyton get into it every now and then. We talk about that shit. And, like, we'll dive into, like, the depths of my finances, my investing and stuff like that. And I'm fine with doing that every now and then. But, like, when we're all in the middle of a Tarkov raid and we're having fun in a raid, can we not argue? Can we just let go? Be like, yeah, we have our differences. We disagree. Can we just do that? You know, like that was what I was trying to send a message, but I think he took it as me being angry still because I was angry in the content. Like, well, we got kicked out of Discord. We were both screaming at each other. You know, like that's just how it was. So like I get why you did, but I'd hope he's just busy and that's why he hasn't joined Discord. But
if it's just a few days, you got.
It's probably been like 2 weeks. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows. But like when I'm around him, dude, like with the exception of those things, like I am totally the way I act and the things I say are totally different because I just like I go full like Joker, like I'm the class clown type kid.
Naturally.
Like I like that's just me when I'm around him, dude. I go full goon, like just start goofing out.
They got a full goon squad going, huh?
We do. Have you seen Matt recently?
Probably a month and a half ago.
Damn, what's he up to?
Working.
Does he still live? Where does he live now?
He
lives with Talia?
Yeah, he lives with Talia down. I can't remember if he's technically in Delaware or Maryland, but he's right on the border.
I think she's in Maryland. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know they're like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you're always 2 minutes from the border in Maryland, basically. Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while. I would keep inviting him to stuff, but he was always like, during COVID, he's like, I'm concerned about COVID. Which, I'll be straight, I'll call him out on it. That's some bullshit. This motherfucker's out partying, alright, the whole time. But then he'll say he's concerned about COVID when it comes to my parties. Calling you out, Matt, alright? Just a little bit. It's cool. We're cool. But, you know, I just want to call you out. I just want to make you feel pressure to come hang out with me now. So, yeah, I haven't seen him in a hot minute, though.
You kind of got to go down there if you're going to hang.
Yeah, I figured, yeah. Sucks come so far away now. How long was the drive for you?
15.
15. Oh, it's not bad. Close to my mom's house.
Bad. Yeah?
An hour 30 from here. Landon. Where Jory lived.
I don't know where Jory lived.
We were like 45 minutes from Ashley and I haven't seen him in a hot minute. Dude, you know who comes up here though kind of often?
Who?
Garrett.
Really?
Hmm?
Yeah, I saw on Instagram and I saw a picture of Jory and Garrett going hiking or something.
Yeah, he's been up here. He's been up here like 5 or 6 times. He comes up pretty often. I love Garrett. Garrett's so fun to hang out with, which is crazy because like back when I used to see him at the house, he was always really quiet, and I never really got like any strong. I always thought
quiet.
Yeah, I never really got to get to have any good conversation with him, and never really got to gauge his personality. So I always thought he hated me, and then now me and Garrett are pretty tight. I love when Garrett comes up. It's a good time. I want to have him on the podcast sometime. I haven't got to yet.
Yeah, but I love Garrett. He's a good little guy.
Man, he is. He's fun. Yeah, I like Garrett. He's fun. I haven't seen Ashley for obvious reasons, but oh, what's up in life, man? What you up to? How's the job?
Well, I'm roofing, so shit sucks.
Oh fuck!
Flying everywhere. I hear back from like 2 out of the 30 companies.
It's weird, isn't it? Like every place is hiring, but no place is calling.
Right?
Like it is wild. I'm with you.
Like I feel like I'm starting to get a complex. Why don't they want me,
dude? Literally, like right now, I'm trying to leave my company sometime soon. Not for any other reason. Just I spend so much money on gas, like $400 to $500 a month on gas.
Really?
It's an hour. I drive an hour and 15 to work every day. Like an hour back because of the time.
They don't give you any gas money? Oh,
it's hard. It's hard. I moved after I worked here. I chose to move this far away, but and when I saw this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I like your place.
Like I don't have to rent an apartment. Like it's a fucking house.
I
don't have neighbors. I can make as much fucking noise as I want. We can have the parties. I don't have to deal with people. Like it's house is a no-brainer. I'll never live in an apartment. I hope.
That's fair. Yeah, nothing.
Cross fingers and knock on wood. I don't want to fucking do that, dude. I'm too loud. Too loud for that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I would be worried about my neighbors. I know I'd get so many noise complaints.
Wait, Brandon, you work out?
Not really.
Okay.
My job,
I know when you work manually, when you work manual, you don't like it. I feel you.
I've done construction my whole life, so
Um, because I own a pre-workout company. I'm partial owner of a pre-workout company.
Yeah.
And we just launched a new pre-workout. It's a stimulant-free pre-workout. This
Okay.
one. Hopefully, we're gonna come up with a stimulant pre-workout, but no promises. Um, but right now we have a stimulant-free pre-workout, so no caffeine in it. That we just released, and I got that going on. I got my photography shit going on. Um, we're selling a bunch of resin coasters and shot glasses and stuff like that. Do that. Um, I'm trying to make money. And do that, or I'm gonna probably work somewhere. I mean, somewhere around here. Maybe I'm trying to get a job at the township. But I honestly, I just miss my when I worked at a hotel and I was engineering and just fixing shit all day, all different shit. No day is the same as
that
the
doesn't
last.
sound bad though.
Not no, it wasn't at all. I had to play with shit all the time. I had to fuck with shit. And if it broke, I just called somebody else and they fixed it. Like if I tried like fixing the plumbing and I fucked it up, I'd call and say, hey, there's a problem with the plumbing over here. You know, it's not my fault. I don't get blamed for it. I just like you know.
It just kind of happened.
Dude, did I tell you I got that job?
No.
Fucking lit, dude. I applied to be a dishwasher at the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a Marriott. What am I saying? Marriott Courtyard. Um, applied for a dishwasher position. Walk in there and say, hey, listen, I get some other job offers that I actually and I had interviews for before this, and they pay the same. Sorry, I said they pay better. And it's a job I'd rather be doing. I don't want to be washing dishes. So, no, I'm sorry. I don't mean to waste your time, but I figured I might as well come here and see if you guys have any other positions that you guys are hiring for, or like like maybe maintenance or something like that, or maybe. And she goes, I can talk to head engineering. They're looking for somebody right now. I was like, oh, cool. I went in and I met with the head engineering. And he was like, I love you. I love the confidence. Your experience looks like it fits. I had never worked an engineering job before, by the way, or even a maintenance job before. Um, and they said, listen, we're going to send you these 3 exams. Take these 3 exams on this laptop right here. Um, and if you do well on them, we'll give the job. I took the 3 exams. One was electrical, one was general construction, and one was or it wasn't. Yeah, I think they called it general construction, but it was basically like fixing like generic like drywall. The basics like that kind of stuff, like the basics of like repairing shit in a house.
Stuff you could just go on YouTube and figure it out.
Yeah, and then I forget the other one was. It may have been like plumbing or something, but the electrical one was the hardest because there was shit you needed equations for, and I don't know, dude, my fucking college and high school physics just popped out of my brain, and I fucking aced that shit. And I showed Liddy the scores. I forget they were, but they were all except for one of them was like an 87. The rest were above 90.
Nice.
I was like, holy fuck, dude. I thought second. I take the exam. Like I thought I was gonna fail, and I thought I wasn't gonna get the job, but then I got the job and I worked it, and I loved that job. It paid so fucking well. It was 25 an hour, but I worked 12-hour shifts with 12-hour on call after work. 3 days in a row. I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Were the only days I worked in the week. But I worked 12 hours, 12 on call, 12 hours, 12 on call, 12 hours, 12 on call. And I got called in every weekend because a flood happened. They were doing reconstruction, so they were redoing one floor at a time. The entire floor, gutting all the rooms, redoing all the rooms and everything like that. And the construction guys were dumping drywall dust down the bathtubs.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. That caused a lot of plumbing issues. That caused flooding in every floor, just on different weekends. So 6 weeks in a row, I had flooding issues.
Wait, you didn't tell them to stop?
I did. I didn't figure it out till later. Office to figure it out. And the problems didn't start showing up until they got on the 4th floor. They were renovating from the 1st floor up.
Okay.
So once the top floors, when all the problems started coming up, because all started heading down further and clogged up. Fucking assholes, man. And a lot of times they weren't doing it on purpose. It was the bags were breaking, and they'd store the broken bags in the bathtub. And then they're out after they got the bags out, and a lot of dust would be left in there. Yeah, but I love that job. 25 an hour if I got called in on call is double that, so or almost double that. So it's 35 an hour if I got on call.
Nice.
Sick. Job was sick. from the job all the time. I get laid off because of COVID. And I worked 3 days a week. 3 days a week. Granted, they're 12-hour shifts with 12-hour on call, but I got free food from the kitchen all the time.
Nice.
The people I met, I loved the people I met. Awesome. And I made more money than I make right now.
Yeah, when I was diving, I got paid
Insane. I remember. That's your truck, right?
Yeah, so before I worked a single hour, I was getting paid for travel, getting paid per diem for food. I was getting equipment allowance, reimbursed for fucking everything. I made, before I worked a single hour diving, more than I'm making now, working 40 hours a week. Yeah, that's without stepping on the job. I was making a bigger.
That's fucking wild.
I didn't work. I worked like 2 days in every other month.
Yeah. And it was tough on your body, wasn't it? Right?
You know, it's kind of tough on your mind because you're in pitch black for hours at a time. You feel like you're lost in space almost. It kind of gets to you after a while. It's a cool job. Like certain jobs are a lot of fun. Goof around. It's construction, so you take off half the time. And if you could see, it was a great time. But whenever it was pitch black, it got to you a little bit after a while.
Yeah, a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
Damn. What you got going on right now? Hobbies? Anything you get into?
I like
shows,
to sleep
movies,
and eat food.
Movies,
I watch a lot of anime.
I don't watch any anime.
No?
I can't do it.
Why not? Can't get over subtitles?
No, not that. I do. I really do hate subtitles though, in the sense that it just sucks to distract you. Like, there's subtitles, everyone's eyes are reading them, and it's taken away from the beauty of what the show is supposed to be. And for anime, maybe it's a little bit less, because not a lot of the beauties in the story and stuff like that, and not as much on what you're seeing, but especially with like actual films. Like, you're watching Interstellar with subtitles on, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, do not watch Interstellar with subtitles, because your eyes are being drawn away from what's going on. And like, this is a beautiful fucking film, and every ounce of this film is meant to be taken in. And when you're distracted by reading, it really destroys the beauty of the film.
You know, I kind of like subtitles.
Listen, you can. I'm just telling you, as an artist, it hurts.
So listen,
to distract from the beauty of it.
A lot of times, I have a hard time understanding what they're saying. Right? So they're talking, and I get lost. But I only really read the subtitles when I miss something they're saying, or.
But sometimes your eyes randomly bounce. You know,
that's
when it
fine.
just pops up.
I'm not gonna miss that much.
No, listen. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Sure, have your subtitles on, but know that you do lose an essence of beauty in the film because of it. So when you're watching a film that's truly beautiful, maybe you watch it more than once.
That's fair.
You know?
So why don't you like anime then? Since it's not the subtitles issue.
It has to do with my problem I have with every show, actually. I don't know if you know, I don't watch any TV at all.
No?
Nope. None.
Just YouTube videos.
I'll watch a YouTube video before you go to bed, maybe? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And they're always different videos. I never watch. It's not like a series of something I'm watching. Either video games, whatever video game I'm playing at the time, I just watch a video from one of the content creators that create on that game, or watch a PC breakdown or something like that, or something about tech or something. Watch a crazy ass fucking or car accident video.
Those Russian dash cam videos.
Yeah, some shit like that. But it's the problem is I know that I will like it. Anime specifically, there's a lot of them that people that I really look up to, and people that I really watch shows that like we love the same shit. Love a lot of these animes. That's the problem. I see the fucking time sink just sucking up the fucking time. And I'm like, dude, if I got into anime or even like a show, like anything, even regular TV, even I get into a regular show, I'm gonna want to watch it like a lot, or like every week when it comes out, or like an episode a night or something. And it's like, I have too much shit going on in my life right now. I can't afford to get.
You're telling me you can't, dude? Do you know how much you gain? You were, if I didn't come up, you were gonna do a 24. No.
Yeah.
You were gonna do a 24-hour stream, and you're telling me you don't have time to sit down and watch a 20, 30-minute show once a week.
So when I'm gaming, I'm streaming on Twitch. I make money through that. Not a lot, very little, minute. In fact, you could probably say I don't make money because of how little I make now. I used to make a lot more, but I used to make about $200 a month doing it, which nothing. But for something that I'm having fun doing and I'm doing,
extra bucks.
I would be doing anyway. Pretty good, but because of I've been so inconsistent because my PC's been fucked up for literally the last year. So the last year I looked it up. Normally I stream about almost 2,000 hours a year spent streaming and playing video games. And this year I spent so like a tenth. So because of that, my viewership and everything else has gone down dramatically. So now I need to get back on the grind and start streaming. That's why I want to start with the 24-hour stream. Because I literally just started streaming again this week. I basically haven't streamed last year almost. I want to start building that up and start streaming again consistently. Because when you start getting consistent, I can then just rip down videos from my live stream, put them on YouTube, and then I can take clips from that and put them on TikTok, and then let's bring my viewership back up. And I can start making money again. And then so like there's that I gotta focus on. I've been doing tons of stuff with my brand DXD Labs, driven by discipline. It's DXD, so like driven by discipline.
Okay.
DrivenXDiscipline.com if you guys want to work. Anyway, okay. Doing a lot of work with them. I got some photography stuff I'm working on, and plus me and Lydia present stuff. So much shit bouncing around. My work's been crazy recently. So much shit. I just can't afford another hobby right now. I have paintball event. Paintball season's going back up again. I got a paintball event for the fucking weekend. I don't even want to do that, and I love paintball. Like I have so many hobbies that like I don't want to split my focus even more than it's already split.
So mad that you didn't invite me to.
Want to come this year?
Yeah, if I can stay with you.
Yeah. Because
you were saying that we couldn't stay in the same campground.
Yeah, we got past a lot of the issues we had. It depends on how big our group is still, but hopefully we will stay with us. Yeah, I won't know till probably a month out from the help. It's tough because of now the event is just so ridiculously huge. Like, we thought 5,000 people was big. It's like almost double that now.
Really?
They don't. It's still the same amount of players they allow, but the amount of people that are coming just to be there, absolutely fucking ridiculous. So camping has gotten out of control, and they're limiting people how many spots you're allowed to buy. But they're raising the prices too. Last year was a fucking mess. Last year was a fucking mess. I drove home every day.
Yeah?
2.5 hours. It was pouring rain, like 3 inches of rain a night.
You know, I'm not upset that I missed that.
No, you shouldn't be. Horrible experience.
That sounds awful.
I tried sleeping outside the first night. We literally had a river. Mud was quite literally like almost a foot deep. There's some really funny shit that happened though. My one boy, I'm not gonna out his name or anything, but he got so drunk playing Stump. Have you ever played Stump?
Is that the one where you put the nail
one
in?
Hit? Yeah. And they were doing moonshine. Two dudes walk over to our camp. They're like, "Hey, are you guys M80?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "One of your guys is face down, unresponsive in the mud." My instant thought was, "Are you a fucking idiot? If he's face down in the mud, unresponsive, as you say, why would you take him up?" He's like, "Yeah, we've been walking around for the last hour looking for you guys. Are you fucking stupid? Call 911, you dumbass. If he's if my friend is dead, and you're just walking around saying if you can find his friends to let him know that he's dead, you know, like, fucking, there's ambulances on site, medics on site everywhere. Start yelling for help. Call 911. Do something if he's unresponsive."
Yeah, like
he was responsive.
Dickhead at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. He was drunk as fuck, just clearly being stupid. Like, then we find him. He's in the tracks where the road were, and I like to tell you, foot of fucking mud, slushiest mud. It's difficult to walk through with boots on. Literally ripping boots off. His pants are around his ankles. His dick is out. Okay, it looked like he had tried to either take a piss or a shit behind a car, and it fell over and then just passed out. So we're trying to get him up, get his pants back on, dude. He's fighting us, throwing fists at us, punching us in the face, kicking us with his boots on, fucking hurt like a bitch. And then he finally sees my face, and we calm him down, and my friends, who are two police officers, are both just restraining him, fucking dragging him back because he just had 45 minutes of fighting with us. Finally gets his fucking pants back on. He starts walking with us, and it was just he gets in his tent covered in mud.
Oh,
We
no.
couldn't get him off. We couldn't get him to take his boots off. Just mud everywhere, dude. And it was just like, oh my dude, it was so fucking bad, bro. You just dick out in the mud, bro. So nasty. Oh, that was a bad
Sounds
one.
like a party.
Listen, I got too many hobbies, man. That's the only reason why. Not because I don't think it's good. Not because I don't think I would enjoy it. It's because I know I would.
Yeah.
Like if you know DXD launches off, and I'm making money from there. Enough money from there. I can quit my job, which won't be for the next 5 years. I mean, you know, small companies, it takes a while to get profitable enough that you can not work another job. So, and I'm only partial owner, so it'll take even longer than that, you know. So I don't have any faith in that anytime soon to be self-sustaining, but that take off enough that I can start to put a little bit less of my time into it, that it can be automated, and then hopefully selling a resin, you know, that'll make some extra side money. My job should be lightening up now that it's coming in the spring. I'll be working less hours. I've been working ridiculous hours, like literally like hours a week, like just all that. And I'm definitely picking up streaming a lot more now with actually working. After literally a year and a half of having PC crashing issues, where to take that side panel that you can see through, I had to take that panel off so that it wouldn't crash. I thought that makes sense. It's temperatures, just hot. But no, it was my processor was actually faulted, a voltage issue. That when it reaches a certain voltage, so when it gets hotter, it tends to suck more voltage, and then their PC overall has to use more voltage because up to spin faster. So holding it without the case on only crashed like once or twice a month because of it never got hot enough to start pushing more voltage. But the second it does, I was pissed. So I did the custom water cooling because I was like, oh, this I will never have to deal with temperature issues. It won't even get hot, and it still kept crashing. Now it could be, oh, we can run faster now. So now it's sucking more voltage because like my temperature was so low, I can run faster. So it crashed more. That was the processor. Took it all apart, replaced that and my motherboard at the same time, and works. And now I can have the side panel on. Doesn't crash at all. My temperatures are. Now I can stream again. So now I'm gonna really be on a streaming grind. I want to do a 24-hour stream probably next weekend then. I want to get back on there because I used to be like, I would have kept up where I was. I probably could have been. I could have quit my current job and worked at like Dunkin' or something part time, like would have been at that point. I would have been making like half of what I make because when I quit, I was making a quarter, or when I stopped, I was making about a quarter of what I make right now at my regular job a month. So if if I would have kept up with that, I probably would have been at double that at least by now. Or it'd be half my salary. So I go work a part time job 3 days a week, cover everything else. I want to get back into that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
IRL stream.
Like Tarkov more.
No, we won't do video. We'll do IRL. So we'll stream us drinking, drinking, smoking cigars, and cooking steak.
Hell yeah!
I like to do that. I bring this setup right here actually, and I live stream from this, and I'll cook up steaks on the grill, and we'll smoke cigars and have some beer and wine just outside.
So let people see us.
Yeah, just literally what we're doing right now, except for smoking cigars and we just chat with people. I don't know why, but my viewers, that's their favorite. Watch that, like to watch me just chatting rather than gaming.
Each for their own, I guess.
Anything you want to talk about? You got any topics you want to bring up?
I think we covered most of them.
Yeah, I think we did too. It's been a fun podcast, dude. Yo, we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Really?
An hour and 40.
Shit.
Oh,
I gotta
that's
get going.
What's up?
I gotta get going then.
All right, yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast, dude. I appreciate your guest number 6. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, dude, I gotta have Heather on next.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta have Heather on. You and Heather
Bring her up.
on. And we'll just pretend like it's a quiz. Pretend it's a game show. Like,
That could be fun.
for this question, you win $100,000. Make her believe. Start pushing her that I'm rich. Oh, she thinks I'm rich, and I'm pretending it's a game show. I'll set up like a game show, put on like Nate's millionaire contest in the background, make her think she's gonna win millions.
I don't know. She's probably gonna listen to
Damn.
the stream, so I think she's gonna hear this.
Damn.
But I'll see what I can do.
I'm just kidding, Heather. I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm not trying to mess with you. Man, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me on, bud.
It's been a fun conversation. Honestly, it's been a good one. Yeah.
I was a little nervous. I didn't think I would be talking.
I told you it'd flow, man. And even if like I'm so used to doing this shit that I'll keep talking. I'll fill in all the gaps, and hopefully it makes it feel more natural for me. It seems to make everyone else feel more natural. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. And this has been the What the Fuck Is This podcast. Peace out.